Welcome to Drafting with Imaduck. Drafting here for LuluScards.com, doing a M12 8-4. I had some good luck, then I had some bad luck, and now I don't know how well I know the format, so I'm interested to see how things go. Hopefully I'll open some bombs and tap some good cards, but we'll just see how it goes. I will see you in the draft. Alright, our first pack, we open up a few good cards here. Warstorm Surge, which I think is alright. Volcanic Dragon, which 4/4 Flying Haste, always good, even for 6 mana. And a Fireball, which we would run in just about every deck. And I'm kind of leaning towards as a pick here. I don't know if the Volcanic Dragon is a better pick than the Fireball, but the Fireball does leave our options open a little bit more, because I would just splash this in just about any deck. But Volcanic Dragon is a bomb that has to be dealt with. I'm going to go with the Fireball. Let's see where this takes us. Yeah, because we don't see any red here. Best card in this pack, I think, Swiftfoot Boots, I think, is quite good. Timely Reinforcements, I'm not super thrilled with in Limited. But Bell Tower Sphinx is right up my alley, just a hard guy to deal with. So, once again I'm jumping into blue. I think almost all of my drafts in this format have been blue, but there's just a lot of good blue cards. Alright, this pack gives us not a lot. So Blood Ogre is quite good. Child of Night is good, but I don't want to jump into a third color yet. Ice Cage is meh. Crown of Empires is quite good. And, so I think for me it's between Blood Ogre and Crown of Empires. And I don't think I have a problem going blue-red. Yes, we passed a bunch of red cards in that first pack, but it's not too big a deal. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and go with the Blood Ogre here. See where that takes us. It's a good card. We can go red-blue. This pack, we see some good white cards, but if we want to stick with the red-blue plan, even Fleetwing is pretty nice too. I'm going to go for that. Cool, we can go right on this Flying Fan here. We are seeing a lot of white, now we see an Alabaster Mage, but I think I'm just going to stick with this blue-red plan for now and see where it goes. But it looks like red may be getting cut. Blue, however, still seems alright. Take a mana leak here. This pack is less spicy. Between a Scepter of Empires, Fiery Hellhound. Actually, so we've got some choices here. Arsonist, Phantasmal Bear. Phantasmal Bear probably sticks more on our aggro plan here, so I think I'm going to go with that. And well, these guys are exactly the same, but I think we've got more blue than red, so let's just keep going with the blue, I guess. Here, there's nothing really good. I'll take the Mesmerist, but not at all interested in playing it. Oh, second Mesmerist. Gotta go with the mill plan. Nothing good in this pack. I'll take a Zombie Goliath. Alluring Siren seems fine. Tectonic Rift, I mean, I usually won't play Alluring Siren, but I don't think that Tectonic Rift is playable. Sure. And sure. And I'll take a Forest. Alright. And we open Big Blue Guy, who I had recently in a draft. There's also a lot of good green cards in this pack, and nothing really else. But I really like this guy in that one draft. I think I won that draft. But just, yeah, big Factor Fiction flying dude. Pretty awesome as long as you can stay alive till the late game here. Go ahead and cost sort here, see how things are working out. We may not get much red in this direction, which means we may want to consider jumping into another color if we get past something awesome. If I get a Doomblade or something, I'll definitely dive on that. Speak of the devil, and what a pack. We see a Doomblade, a Ring Flash, and a Soren's Thirst in this pack, along with 3 blue flyers and a bear. We just keep this pack. I think I am going to take the Doomblade here, because we did see a bit of black going around late in the other direction. As much as I like the blue flyers, splashing a Doomblade just seems better than about anything else here, and it's not unreasonable. Of course, now we get a shock over Gravedigger. Ooh, so I could take a Gravedigger and just keep the splash going on that and stick into black. Seems risky. Well, yeah, I'm going to take the Gravedigger here. Maybe just keep red as a splash. That may have been incorrect, though. This pack we don't see much. We see a Dusk Hunter Bat that I'm not super excited about taking. I'm going to take the Manic Vandal. I could have taken the Mind Rod as well, but it's not the best in this format. Onx Mage, Aether Adept, Wallkeeper, of course, is great. Onx Mage is very good. I think Aether Adept is the pick here. If we were white, we would definitely be happy to take the Wallkeeper. Alright, seeing some nice blue and some nice black here. So Merfolk Looter or Consume Spirit. I don't think we're going to be playing a lot of blacks. The Consume Spirit's probably going to be pretty bad in this deck. And Merfolk Looter is just awesome, so it's fine. Ice Cage or Leak. I think we'll just take the Leak. Yeah, I always end up more control-ish than I initially planned. Cutthroat is quite good in this type of deck. And Drifting Shade, although I like it, we're just not going to have enough swamps, I think, to run it. Yeah, so not even 100% sure of my colors here. That might be a good thing on the black 3. Obviously blue is what we want here. Nothing in this pack. Take Naturalize actually isn't really good against us. So I'm going to take the Fog and pass the Naturalize. Maybe get some people. People will often run that in main deck, I've noticed. Wow, yeah, blue is the color to be in. Is Fleetwing better than Skywinder Drake? I think it's a question of where I need more drops in. I'm going to take the Fleetwing here. It can be pretty devastating. We'll take a bear. Sure. Sure. Guess I'll take the Foily Land and our regular planes. Alright, big money on pack 3. We could use another Doomblade in this, but our deck's not working too bad so far. We get Skin Shifter that we definitely can't run, but I do see that second Fireball there, and I think that's gotta be the pick. Double Fireball is pretty good. Ponder, Phantasmal Bear are both fine. Deathmark would be fine, but Fireball is just Fireball. Alright. A lot of good choices in this pack. It's a spicy pack all around. We've got some blue flyers, we've got the Berserkers, we've got Child of Night, but we're just going to go with the removal here and the Incinerate. We may, I mean, it is looking like we're 3 colors here. Mostly blue with a little bit on these other colors. I don't think that's too bad. Not the biggest fan of Bang Chuckers, and actually, Shock seems to be the pick here, even though I picked a Gravedigger over it previously. Since we are just definitely going 3 colors, I'll just go ahead and take the Shock. Chandra's Outrage probably put us in double red, but I think it's good enough that that's fine. Just take it. The other option would have been taking a blue flyer in that last pack. But I'll take the blue flyer in this pack instead. Phantasmal Dragon is pretty good. one ice cage is reasonable. So, not going to run Manic Vandal main. I don't think we need Alluring Siren or Coral Merfolk in this deck. I think everything else is reasonable. I may cut one more card so we can run an extra land, but I'm not sure that we need to. The Chandra's Outrage is the only thing I'm worried about casting, but it's a very powerful card. Be hard pressed not to want to keep that. Take a Mind Drop, but I don't think we're going to play it. Take a Bear, sure. That's a late Fleetwing. I'll be happy to take that. Yeah, Distress, because none of the other cards are good. I'm not going to play it, though. Oh, that's a third Mesmerist. Definitely need to go mill plan here. Got a Bell Tower Sphinx, too. Come on. Yeah, so it's a pretty interesting deck. I mean, I think we've got a lot of red burn, which is nice. And I think it's still reasonable to splash for the Doomblade and the Gravedigger. We don't have a ton of card sifting, but that's okay. We need flight, because we do have triple even fleet wings, and we've got to give them double flying. Dragon's Claw, sure. And the land. But yeah, this deck seems pretty interesting. It's fairly aggressive. It's got a big beater. It's got a lot of removal. I think I'm pretty happy with it. So let's see. Sphinxes, or Phantasmal Dragon, Fleet Wings. Don't know if I need the Cutthroat, but maybe, because we do need some ways to block in the ground here. It's pretty important in this set. Ice Cage. Mana Leaks seem good. Looter, Bear, and maybe a third bear, who knows. Doomblade, and Gravedigger, Shock, Incinerate, Blood Ogre, Outrage, Fireball. So I need to cut at least one card here. I have a lot of 4-drops, but do I really want to cut Fleetwing? I could cut Chandra's Outrage to make the mana a little bit nicer. Doesn't seem like the worst play. I could cut a Phantasmal Bear, because we don't want quite that many. It just makes us too vulnerable to decks that can deal with the illusions, especially since we have our big illusion dragon too. Yeah, I guess that's reasonable. Our 3-drop slot's a little light. And what are we doing on the ground? I mean, we've got the Blood Ogre, we've got an Aether Adept, we've got a Gravedigger, but the Cutthroat may need to come in some matchups. And I'm tempted to put it in here. But our 4-drop slot's pretty big already. I would probably have to take out the Chandra's Outrage. Is that reasonable? I mean, I'm just not sure if that's too greedy. Let's do a pile by color here. Yeah, I think the Outrage is just too greedy. Maybe that's wrong, but I'm going to try it like this instead. This makes our deck a lot more consistent. We already have a decent amount of burn, so I think going without it is okay. I think I'm pretty happy with this. 15 creatures. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. So let's pile it by color and figure out what we want to do with land. What do you suggest, Moto? Definitely not 12 islands, I can tell you that right now. Maybe 5 mountains. Maybe 4 mountains, 3 swamp, 10 island? That seems fine. Because 10 islands, we should almost always hit our doubles when we want it, and I think we'll hit all our other colors too. Yeah, So I'm pretty happy with that. We'll see. Maybe a little greedy. But I think we'll be alright. I mean, yeah, we cut the Chandra's outrage. We could probably run it, especially with four mountains. It's still kind of iffy. I mean, we could run it, but we would never cast until like very late game, probably. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Would have been nice to catch some mind controls or some other things that make blue really good, but this doesn't seem bad. Let's try it out.